introduce A.J. Aronstein and Nikki Youngblood Giles, Associate Deans of Beyond Barnard. Mr. Aronstein was previously Director of Graduate and Postdoctoral Career Development at the University of Chicago. A.J. taught writing and worked in several capacities over 6 years, or 6 winters, as Chicagoans say, at the University of Chicago, where he also completed a master's in the humanities. His work has appeared online in the Paris Review, the Los Angeles Review of Books, and elsewhere. A.J. is a graduate of the University of Virginia, where he was a Jefferson Scholar, and majored in comparative literature and political and social thought. He is living proof of Beyond Barnard's claim that a student's major will not dictate the entire arc of their career. Nikki Youngblood Giles is celebrating a decade of service to the college, where she was most recently Director of Opportunity Programs. Nikki's career has focused on advising and program development, especially for students unrepresented in higher education. She has been the visionary and strategic lead for a number of state and federal programs within the college and throughout her career. She earned her undergraduate degree from Spelman College, a historically black college for women in Atlanta, Georgia. Nikki completed her master's degree at Teachers College, Columbia University, and most recently earned her doctorate in higher education administration from Steinhardt at New York University. Please welcome A.J. Aronstein, esteemed, and Nikki Youngblood Giles.
I'm just in awe now that I see all of you in your faces. Just really thanking you for the service that you do. Our students oftentimes don't realize the work that goes into making this place such an extraordinary place for them while they're here. And so seeing you and seeing the work that you continue to do is really, we're thankful for it. We're appreciative, and we get to tell your stories quite a bit and share how much that you do. So thank you for being here. And let's get to what we do Beyond Barnard.
So our intention today is to introduce this initiative, which is about 9 months old. I arrived in January, so I've been here for 9 months and 3 days by my count. Our agenda is pretty straightforward. We want to talk to you about what Beyond Barnard is and what we do. Our tagline is your path, your purpose. It's very intentional in describing how we think that we're teaching Barnard students and allowing them to take ownership of their careers, as diverse as they are. We'll talk about what we've done so far in the first 9 months of our existence. And we'll talk a little bit about where we'll go from here. It's fun to give this presentation repeatedly over the last 6 months as we've accumulated more and more work. We actually have things to tell you that we've done so far, as opposed to in March when we were just starting and really carving this thing out. So that's our agenda, and we'll go from there. We're also happy to take your questions. So Beyond Barnard is based on 2 underlying ideas. The first is that at Barnard, your major doesn't dictate where you'll go after graduation. We have art history majors who go on to Goldman Sachs. We have econ majors who go into tiny nonprofits and make an impact in New York City. It's not the content of your major that is necessarily going to determine what you do for a career, whether it's in academia, industry, nonprofits, the arts, or government. Rather, it's the transferable and translatable skills that you develop as a Barnard student in the course of your studies here that prepare you for what comes after college, no matter what that is. The second idea is that there's a false dichotomy between the skills and knowledge that you need for success in the classroom, in academia, and those that you need in a career, regardless of what industry you go into. There is only a continuum. We talk a lot about on campus and beyond the gates. We talk about in the classroom and outside the classroom. But Beyond Barnard is really trying to blur that line, to try to engage in the city of New York and beyond and bring students back into the classroom and have them discuss what they've learned. Have what happens in the classroom inform what happens outside of it. To try to improve the dialogue between these 2 traditionally thought of as separate spaces. So those are 2 of the most important ideas that underlie the idea of Beyond Barnard.
So previously, and many of you will recognize this, we were 5 functions amongst 3 offices. So student employment, career development, and professional and graduate school advising. And many of you remember when we were here, we would have to go across offices to get those services. And we found that students would often run into roadblocks that they didn't know who to go to ask that question or to seek a different service. And we wanted to put all this under one roof. We found that there was a low level of visibility. We were doing great things. And as you can hear, we've just been in formation for 9 months. And as you hear what we've been doing, you'll think, oh, they did all this in 9 months. No. It's been going on for years. It's been going on with these services, but there was a low level of visibility because it was all spread out. And then the biggest thing that we found was that students had a misperception of what was available to them. There was this false thought that if you went to career development, that meant you wanted to go into banking and finance. They didn't necessarily see and understand that there were a wide array of opportunities available. And so this Beyond Barnard is all about making it accessible and visible to all students and alumni. So now we are one single entity under one roof, a one-stop shop, if you will. You can come in and get us support with graduate school advising for law school, if you're thinking about an internship, if you're thinking about research, if you're thinking about you have to fill out paperwork to have your first job. All of this is all under one roof. We support students from day one. This is big. This is huge. We did a huge push this year for the NSOP, New Student Orientation Program, where we had a blitz of programs, of information sessions, so that students and alums, if they came, would be available and understand what Beyond Barnard does. And we're here to support students from day one, throughout matriculation, and then beyond, so even as an alum. And that's a big part as well. We just had someone from the class of 42 come in and meet with us and talk. And this is what we are. We're here, we want this mix and mingle of students and alums in our office so that they see one another and they see this is a continuum. It doesn't stop once you come in at graduation. And then another part of why we sit below the provost and the dean of the college, because we're integrated with faculty. So as AJ just mentioned, it's not about what happens inside the classroom and outside of the classroom. We're integrating that. So a lot of our work, especially next week, we're doing graduate school week. Every single workshop, event, grad talk, seminar involves faculty. So our students see faculty more than just these individuals who lecture to them for a few hours a week, but these are individuals who are partners in their education. So as you can see, we have categorized everything that falls within Beyond Barnard. So advising a program, this is what you'll probably see the biggest when you hear about us. You'll hear this the most. Graduate school advising, professional school advising, fellowships, research, mentorship, experiential education. This is a wide span of things, including internships, externships, what was formerly what we called Take a Barnard Student Workday. This is what we call an externship. You're sharing your experiences with current students. External relations, this is the arm of our department that seeks out employers in different parts of industry, nonprofit organizations to come in and recruit students, do seminars for students, do professional development with students. Next week, we're having Google on campus to come in and talk about what it is to be a woman in a space like Google. So they're coming to us. They're reaching out for our students, and this is what we want to make available for our students. And then, of course, data. We all love data, right? We're tracking what we're doing. We're tracking how our students come in, they utilize us. We're assessing our interactions with them, so we ask them to do surveys, and then we also track what they do beyond graduation.
So what does this look like in terms of the people that are at Beyond Barnard? Well, that's me and Nikki right there, 2 associate deans. I'm not wearing the right things. We're both compromising with these icons. Our advising and programs team comprises the largest staff they do all of the one-on-one advising. Nikki and I also take on some one-on-one advising, and other members of our staff pitch in when they have areas of expertise as well. We do an incredible amount of one-on-one time with students and alumni. We'll talk a little bit more about the specifics on the model in a second. We're extremely excited that on Monday, that last person all the way to the right there is our brand new fellowships advisor, who will be dedicated to connecting Barnard students to competitive international fellowships from the Fulbright, Marshall, and Rhodes kind of household names, the Truman, the Cambridge Gates, etc., to more diverse opportunities that we haven't been able to connect students to without dedicated staff to that role. We're really excited about that new initiative. When it comes to experiential education, we've built out capacity here so that we can expand our funded internship program. We've already been able to expand not through the generosity of alumni contributions, not only the number of internships that are offered during the academic year and the summer, but also the amounts that are available to students in terms of stipends, which makes it much more possible for students, especially from low-income backgrounds, to take internships as opposed to just paid jobs, places like Starbucks or somewhere off campus. Our employer relations team, as Nikki has mentioned already, is doing a fabulous job ramping up with us. Our first Opportunities Fair had the largest showing in the history of this event here. We had 65 employers on campus. We also had more than 500 students in attendance, 338 of which were Barnard women, and about 200 of them were from across the street at Columbia University. And finally, we're really serious about being more intentional about how we report out to you all and across the community about the outcomes that our students pursue. We'll talk a little bit more about our initial efforts in this area in a moment, but we're really excited. In December, we'll be reporting on the first destination outcomes for the class of 2018 and pairing that with survey results from the class of 2013.
If there's anyone from the class of 2013 who hasn't filled out their survey, please see me after this.
We need your data. But we're really excited to be building in a much more robust effort to understand where our alumni go after they finish at Barnard.
So how did we do this? We listened. So as AJ mentioned, we've only been around for about 9 months together, and we really took the time to listen to the community. So students, faculty, administrators, alumni, we really took the time to make sure that what we're doing as we move forward is really intentional and purposeful, and really what our students and our community needed. So we had one-on-one conversations, we went to SGA meetings, we went to meetings with Ross, we really sat down with the community to figure out what it is that will make this place what it is that you want it to be. What can we do? Just last night, and we haven't ended, so as we keep moving, as we keep growing, we're really making sure that we have a foot on the ground and we're listening to everyone that's within our community. Just last night, we had a meeting with a group of students who identify as first-generation millennials. We got some thoughtful information from them to really figure out what it is that we're doing and how we can assist them to make sure that, number one, they feel like they're connected, and also to feel like they have resources that support them. This was something that we're doing. It's ongoing. Last night was our first one, and we have 2 more scheduled. We make sure that we meet with SGA. We make sure that we meet with alums when they come in to meet with us. This is something that we know we have to make sure that we continue to do this so that everything that we do is meaningful and purposeful. And that's really that underscores why Beyond Barnard was created. There were, as we said, there were great services, but they weren't visible and it wasn't relatable. So this is how we're going to make sure that we continue to be purposeful and intentional.
So, like I said, part of our assessment when we came in and integrated these different resources was to understand what was already happening on the ground. And what I love about this slide today is much different than what I loved about it 3 months ago, which is that 3 months ago I could say, listen, we found out a lot about what activities were happening on campus. Today I love it because these things are already obsolete and they're actually continuing to move up. So as we're increasing visibility and improving the quality of services, we're also getting more people into Beyond Barnard. And I'm not going to go through all of these, and I'm happy to answer questions. We're happy to talk about any of these in specific during Q&A. But just some things to stand out. 2,500 plus advising appointments, that's individual time spent with students and alumni across a single academic year. That was with existing staff. We've expanded now multiply. We're providing more different types of advising. So we think that number will be actually more like 3,000 to 3,200 individual advising appointments with students and alumni. Interestingly, about 25% of our demand for individual advising comes from the alumni community, which I think is a real demonstration of how distinctive the access to that advising can be for the Barnard community. Another really important number to highlight is both the 180 donor-funded internships and the 161 Summer Research Institute students. The 161 represents the largest cohort of students doing funded research, individually mentored by faculty on Barnard's campus, across the city, and in some cases around the country this summer. An incredible program that will only continue to grow. And as I mentioned already, we had 180 donor-funded internships last year. That means that a student came to us with an unfunded internship opportunity, and Barnard was able to connect them with funding to help offset the cost of living during the period of the internship. That number will grow tremendously this year, as we've been really gratified to see more resources coming in, because I think it's a really easy pitch about how important these experiential opportunities are for students. The last thing I'll say is that Fulbright number in the corner makes us one of the top producers of Fulbright scholars among our peer institutions in the country. And we think that with 32 applicants to Fulbright this year and a dedicated fellowships advisor coming in, we're only going to see an increase in the number and frequency of instances of winning Fulbright and many other competitive awards as we go forward.
So we all love data, but we also love to see this in picture and visual. And these is just a few of the photos that we've gotten from the past few months of our students and what they're doing. And as you can see in that top left corner, SRI, this is our Summer Research Institute, where students have a chance to produce original research with faculty. They're paired with faculty in labs, working for 10 weeks over a summer, and then we ended out with a beautiful poster presentation. And if you just walk in and see them, the pride that they have, that they understand what they've done, what they've accomplished in a short period of time, and where this is going to carry them, it's extraordinary. Also, if you'll see in the bottom middle, it says Lyman Fellows. We are one of 5 institutions in the country that has a fellowship program for students interested in public interest law. So this is connected to the Lyman Foundation at Yale Law School. So students who are selected for this program get a chance to go to a colloquium with other Lyman Fellows at Yale Law School, and we are in a small group. So we're with Yale, we're with Harvard, Brown, Stanford, and Spelman College. So this is a small elite group, but they have the chance to then network with the fellows from across the country and also have funding to do a public law internship over the course of a summer. So these are just a few of the opportunities that we've been able to synthesize, bring together, put under one roof, really allow students to explore, have opportunities, and we just know we're going to go do even more from this. But this is just a small snapshot. Oh yes, and you can't forget that mentoring program. So at the top you can see that's an alum who took some students, and she is an overachiever. She took like 5 students with her. We said you only have to take 1 or 2. She chose to take 5 and bring them to work with her. This is something that's so easy, but it means so much to the students. They get to go and shadow an alum, see what her path has been like since she left Barnard, see what her day-to-day is like, and then just get a chance to see an industry in action. And this is just a small sampling. 2 weeks ago, we opened up our New York network for Barnard alums as mentors, where they were paired with, we had 136 pairs of students and alums, where they would then cultivate a relationship over the course of the year, and we can talk about that a little bit later. We have tons of opportunities for alums to get involved as mentors.
We've just been really impressed with the generosity of the alumni community. When we sent out our survey about how people wanted to be involved this summer, we got 710 responses in 4 weeks. That's just an incredible outpouring, and it shows some pent-up demand, I think, for different ways to be involved, but we're excited to hear from you about the ways that you'd like to be engaged with Barnard students and fellow alumni. So This is really, when it comes down to it, all about sharing opportunities and proliferating students' ideas about what's possible to them. What's kind of unfolding behind me is sites that students had internships at just this summer. And you can see that there's a few usual suspects, a few really large industry names, but there's also small nonprofits, government entities, publishing firms, media firms. The diversity of things that Barnard students go into, not only as interns, but ultimately as full-time employees and as graduate students across diverse institutions, is real cause for optimism, and it's something that we're trying to do a much better job about celebrating and disseminating information about. We really believe that starting earlier and being intentional about the ways that students move through their preparation for what comes after graduation will reduce anxiety on the second half of a college experience and actually make it less labor, or at least feel like less labor, because we're distributing your search over 4 years, as opposed to, I don't know, I'm not going to look at for guilty consciences out here, but whoever searched for the last 6 weeks of college, or maybe after, it's probably a very stressful period. We're trying to make sure that students start early and understand what's available to them. This, and you're supposed to not be able to read this, this is the employers of the class of 2019 so far. I'm really excited to be showcasing the diversity of different directions that students are going to in academia. We have lots of different graduate institutions represented, but also industries, nonprofit organizations, the arts, government entities. They're right here in New York and as far away as Hong Kong and Beijing. And we really want to be more vocal about reporting where these students are ending up, not just to celebrate success, but also to show younger Barnard students all of the different options that are available to them. We'll release the full data in December. I'm not going to scoop our own numbers at this point, but what we're seeing so far, based on the survey results that we're collecting, is that the outcomes for the class of 2018 reflect a strong economy and demand for Barnard students and skills across industries. English majors, art history majors, econ majors. Folks are doing well out in diverse markets.
Yeah, and this is a prime example. These are two of our students who were PCAs, that stands for Peer Career Advisors. And just by chance, we got this great shot of them. And
Isabel Weiss.
yes.
And Kat Tucker.
And they're working.
Isabel's at Goldman Sachs in Hong Kong.
Yes.
And Kat is at Willis Towers Watson in Chicago. For those of you who spent any time in Chicago, I still can't call it the Willis Tower, but
yes.
it's your time.
So this was wonderful that this is like an encapsulation of what Beyond Barnard is. They were able to really land on their feet. We're really excited for this and really thinking about what's going to happen as we move forward. We're all about making sure that Beyond Barnard is an inclusive space, so that we are talking about what it means to be a student at a liberal arts institution who is understanding the value of liberal arts and how does that translate into the work industry, into the academy, into the arts nonprofit, and helping them to be able to communicate that as they move into looking for that next step. We also want to make sure that we're, as AJ just mentioned, driving first years and sophomores to come in to see us, so that this is not a pressure cooker between juniors and seniors trying to figure out what's going to happen after May 18th. We want first years and sophomores to feel as though this is a second home. Come in, talk to us, learn about the process, learn about options. Just when you just know that there are options after Barnard, that you understand that it doesn't have to be a linear line. This can be something where you explore and do different things, do grad school, work, or do whatever it is that makes you happy, but so that they know that there are options. And we want to really shift that culture that first years and sophomores see us as that vital resource. And then, of course, we want to engage you. We want to engage alumni. They look to you, they see you as that goal that they want to just see and understand and hear what it is that you did. How did you get to where you are? And so this is really a pivotal piece of what's going to make Beyond Barnard very successful, is making sure we're engaging the entire Barnard community so that the students that are here now can see what it is that they can do as they move forward. And lastly, we want to make sure that we're connecting students and alums. So not only just bringing you to campus, but also making sure that there are organic and genuine connections between you all. whether that be in mentor relationships, whether that be when you come and meet with students, whatever it is, as small or as large as you deem, which you have time to do, but we understand that that's really going to make this place very successful and help students to see themselves as successful.
So we've identified a couple of key areas for growth in 2018-19. As we've discussed, we launched the mentorship program. We've actually kind of rebranded it and repackaged it to expand the offerings. So we're already working towards expanding mentoring in the following. First of all, we drove an increase by 10% in the number of alumni and students that were matched in what we're now calling the New York Network. We've opened up virtual mentoring options so that alumni who are farther away than New York can connect with students. And we're looking to partner with an outside vendor, and we hope to have more news on that soon, so that those connections can be facilitated more easily and more readily by students and alumni looking to find each other. We've also created what we're calling a Mentors on Call program. Anyone in the room is open to it. You can add your name to what we're calling a Rolodex for now, though we have to explain what a Rolodex is to students. Basically a roster of alumni who are willing to be contacted via email, by Skype, or just over the phone with quick questions about their career path. And then we're continuing to build upon programs like the Mentor in Residence. So Rachel Felder was our first. She came a couple of weeks ago to talk about careers in publishing. You come here to campus for a half day and basically get inundated by students. It's really nice. We give you lunch and a towel. It's a great opportunity for students to come and connect directly with you here on campus. Experiential education, we've talked about just increasing the number of internships available and the stipends that are available for each of those opportunities, but also expanding what it means to have a student job on campus. Building in professional development workshops and skill building exercises for those of our students who have jobs, and a third of our students have a campus job in any given academic year. That's an enormous professional development opportunity that we want to continue to capitalize on. We want to increase visibility of options. And by that, we really mean diversifying students' understanding of what's available to them. I'll give you one concrete way that we've already begun doing so. We're building focused interest groups around industries where students have specific energies and excitement. So the number one industry that students express interest in across campus is nonprofits. We just had 3 days ago our first meeting of the Beyond Barnard Nonprofit Network, which will be a series of events on workshops where staff talk about best practices for pursuing work in nonprofits. I actually asked the question, what is a nonprofit organization? And it was crickets in the room. So we have to do this basic kind of education. I actually didn't know what a nonprofit, the difference between a nonprofit and a 501c3 and a for-profit sector and social enterprise is actually really complicated. Happy to talk to you about that as well. But we want to... Right, okay. So that's great because we also want alumni to be involved in these networks with students. We want these interest groups to be organic ways for students to share what they're passionate about with alumni. So we've created a network on nonprofits. We've done consulting and case interview preparation. We've built one on STEM. And we're excited to build into the arts careers as well. Nikki talked about our first meeting with the first generation group, and we're also on the calendar again with Boston Mechanics to create a new and color group. So that's kind of the nickel tour of Beyond Barnard. Thank you again for your time and for inviting us. We're happy to take your questions.